Okay, so welcome back to another Avaricium tutorial. This is going to be part 12 of the series. So what we have now is, more information about armies. Okay, uh, so, they could force move things. They could also kind of squish things out of existence, right? They could destroy things, if you try to force move something and it has nowhere to go. So this uh, red nobility might feel pretty safe with all these neutral guards around it, but no, that's not. It's not true. We could try to move this, try to force move it with the army, but nowhere to go. So that happens. And again, you can't switch places, and that's why this works in this case. Uh, if we were over here, right, let's just put a rebel. Doesn't matter. Doesn't do anything because nothing's frozen because of the neutral guards, right? If you hop here, same thing. Can't go anywhere. You get destroyed. This could also um, happen on corners and edges and such. Gets destroyed, right? And you could also do this to other pieces that aren't. So for example, if I want to, let's say I want to freeze this red nobility, I could go and I could destroy this neutral guard, even though it was guarded, right? Well, because again, if I try to force move it, it has nowhere to go. Okay, so that's the idea there. So here we will look at our first puzzle. Okay, so take a look at that. Okay. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you can pause the video. And I'm going to tell you that it takes 2 actions. Okay, if you still haven't gotten it, well then, pause the video. Here's the solution. Go 1 and 2. Right, so you move yourself into a position. So first you have to go over here, right? You have to like kind of land there rather than just hopping all the way over to the end, right? And now if you try to force move this red nobility, gets destroyed, right? Like that. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. Okay, and here we have our second puzzle. So if you haven't gotten it yet, then you can pause the video. So I'm going to tell you that this puzzle takes 3 actions to complete. Now, if you haven't gotten it yet, or if you haven't gotten 3 actions, you could pause the video. Okay. What's the solution? The solution is, of course, in 3 actions. What are you going to do? You're going to get to that guy, this red nobility. So particularly, why do we want to destroy this one? Well, because it's being guarded. These two, there's no guards beside them, which means that, once I get beside them, they're going to be frozen. It's important to destroy this one. And you could do this because, well, you try to force move this red nobility, nowhere to go, which means you could destroy it. Okay, just like that, and take its place. And now these 2 red armies are frozen. And that's it. And here we have our next puzzle. Okay, so if you haven't gotten it yet, then pause the video. I'm going to tell you now that it takes 2 actions to complete. So if you got it in more than 2 actions, try pausing the video and seeing if you could get it in 2. Okay. So what's the solution? The solution here is you actually have to force move your own army, right? Like this, in order to now. You're not frozen or anything. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Force move your own army in order to surround this red army, right? And now you're not frozen because of this this neutral guard right here, and then you could try to force move and kind of squish this red army, or you could do it that way, or this way is fine too. Either way works. Okay, that's it. So that was 2 actions. And here we have our next puzzle. Okay. So yeah. So if you haven't gotten it yet, then pause the video. Okay. I'm gonna tell you that you could get this in 2 actions. So if you got in more than 2 actions, pause the video and try again. Okay, so what's the solution here? Solution here, of course, is to go and build something over here, right? Particularly, actually, you want to build neutral guard, right? So you use this nobility. Okay, so you're guarded. And why do you want to build a neutral guard? Well, because this army was frozen. So first action is to build this to unfreeze it. And also to help surround this red army, right? So you could have unfrozen, you could have also built this here and unfrozen this, but then you wouldn't be able to surround this red army. And why does that help? Well, because we could squish this red army like this. Right, of course, 1 and 2. So build the guard, squish the army. There we go. And now on to our 5th and final puzzle. Okay. So if you haven't gotten it yet, go ahead and pause the video. So if you got it, so how many actions does this take? This takes 4 actions. So if you got it in, more than 4, or maybe somehow less than 4, then go ahead and pause the video, because here's the solution. I think it's a nice and elegant solution. We actually have to push this over here, and then in a row we go 1, 2, and 3. I mean, so with the push of the guard was the first action, and then 4, 2, 3, 4 actions like that. Okay. Yeah, nice and elegant right here. You go push and destroy, destroy, destroy. Okay. And all of those are because we are squishing them, squishing the red nobilities. So I hope you enjoyed this puzzle set.